Okay, let's see if we can follow the steps that we were showing. I'm going to go to Catalog. I'm going to go to my data drive here. I'm going to right click on it. And I'm going to say New Folder. I call this Sanborn _ Louisville. You can see it's been re-alphabetized. I'm going to right click on that folder I just created, and I'm going to say File Geodatabase. And I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call this Buildings, because that will be the one that I'll start by doing. So that's my database. And then I'm going to say New Feature Class. And I got to give it a name. No spaces can be used in the name she told me. So we'll call this Structures. And the alias will be the same, since I didn't use spaces, but I could have spaces in my alias. It's going to be a polygon, but I'm doing those shapes of those buildings. I'll say Next. And it wants to know what I want to use as my reference frame. I could use state plane. Let's see what our layers are. Let's use the same as our background layer. We'll accept the resolution. We'll use the default there. And now it wants to know the different attributes I'm going to have. Well, I'm going to have one that's going to be the name of the structure, and that's going to be text. And 50 characters are good for that. And we're going to type a structure. That's going to be if it's brick or wood. That's a text field. We need to tell it how many characters in this text field. And let's say 20 characters are enough for that. We need to know it's the map it came off of. And that's going to be a number, so we don't want that to be text. But that's going to be probably a short integer. And we want to know the year that the map was created. That's also going to be a number field. That may be a long integer though. And we could add other fields. We want to try to build all the fields that we need at the beginning so we don't have to add other fields, but we could add other fields if we need to add other fields. I'm going to say that's enough for my demonstration here. And I'm going to say Finish. And if you notice here, we have a new layer, which is my structures layer that I just created. We need to turn the editor on. If you notice, I've already loaded the editor toolbar, and I've also loaded the snapping toolbar. Remember, snapping makes corners fit together. So I'm going to start the editor. And notice now I have this create feature showing up over here. And this is going to be a polygon feature that I'm going to draw. I need to zoom in a little bit so I can be nice and accurate. I'm going to zoom right in here. This building no longer exists. You can see some of the details that was given for this building. So again, I need to come over here and click on structure because I used the zoom tool. Polygons highlighted there, so I'm just going to click on the first corner here as accurately as I can. I'll click on this next corner. I'll come down here, click on this corner. There. The yellow structures I'll make as a separate item. And that looks like that would complete that polygon. I double click. Now we need to give it some attributes. So we're going to come over to the editor toolbar, click on the attributes. Notice now I have two tabs down here on the bottom. And the name of this, well, I can't read the name of it right now. So I'm going to turn off that structure for just a moment. Gray Street School. So the name of it is Gray Street School. It's brick construction. I probably should create a domain for this, but I'm going to have like brick, and I don't want to have to type that every time. The map number was 139. Again, I probably should create a domain for that, as well as 1906. So now I've added one item in here. I'm going to create another feature here. So I'm going to just click on my structure. Again, I might have 4 or 5 different types of features. Like each of these pieces of land, I may have that as a separate item that I'm drawing. But let's just come over here to this next item. Now, if I had already drawn the land, which may be a better thing that I should have done first, I could have snapped to that line here to make sure that we're exactly touching it, but let's just do this one. Click on each of our items, each of our vertexes as they change. Come down here again. The yellow part I can add later, and again I'll use my snap, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Double click to finish it. The attributes for that one, well, I don't have a name on it. It was brick. It was map 139, 1906. Let's go on and create one more feature here as I'm demonstrating what Sally showed me. Notice now that I'm snapping to this corner. Click. Looks like it sticks out just a little bit there. So we'll go out a little bit. Click. Click again. And then I can double click on that vertex, and you can see that and add the attributes of that. Again, I don't know a name for that, but we know that's wood because it's in yellow. Map 139, and again it's 1906. So creating a domain might be a useful function here, but this is how we do heads-up digitization. So I think I followed Sally's instructions pretty closely.